Okay. So here we are on my Khan Academy page, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at a couple of the assignments that I just gave. So we've got features of a circle from its graph and graph a circle from its features. Okay, so let's look at graph a circle from its features. I'm going to click on that. I'll make the camera a little bit smaller. There we go. It says graph the circle which is centered at 4, 4 and has a radius of 3 units. I hope you can read that. Graph the circle that is centered at the point 4, 4 and has a radius of 3 units. So I'm going to take my clicky bit here and I'm going to put it on the center of the circle to move the circle around. Okay? Hopefully that's not too difficult. I'm going to put the arrow very, very close to the edge of the circle to make it bigger or smaller. Now be careful if you're trying to do this on mobile. This is not a great assignment to try to do on mobile because trying to get the radius right on these tiny little screens is not great. So I'm going to pick up the circle and I'm going to move the center to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it has a radius of 3 units. So I'm going to grab the side 2, 3. Remember, radius, not diameter, right? This is a diameter of 3 units. This is a radius of 3 units. Now, I don't think you'll hear the thing, but that's okay. Let's look at the next one. I'm having a hard time. There we go. Graph the circle, which is centered at -4, 1, and has the point 0, 4 in it. Okay, that's a little weird, but let's figure it out. So I'm going to pick up the circle, and I'm going to, whoops, I hit it with 2 fingers at the same time, which is why it teleported there. So I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to go to -4, 1. Now, if you don't remember your x and your y, you might have a hard time with this. And it has the point 0, 4. Well, that's this point right here, right there. So I'm going to grab the edge of the circle, and I'm just going to pull it out to 0, 4. What is that radius? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Ta-da! Let's do the next one. Graph the circle which is centered at 3, -2 and has a radius of 5 units. Okay, so 3, -2. Now we got to be careful. 3 to the right, that's x, and then -2, that's down. It has a radius of 5 units. Well, its radius is 1 at the moment, so 2, 3, 4, 5. The distance from the center to the edge, which is what radius means, right? The distance from the center to the edge is 5 units in any and all directions. Let's do one more, and then we'll move on. Graph the circle which is centered at 4, 6 and has the point 2, 6 on it. Okay, same deal. I'm going to pick up the circle, and I'm going to go to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, where's the point 2, 6? 2, 6, that's this point right here. So I'm going to grab the edge of the circle. I'm going to pull it to 2, 6. And I think that's it. And we're done. Literally, that's it. I've been doing this video for what? A few minutes, and we've already finished a Khan Academy. All right, let's look at the next one. Features of a circle from its graph. What is the center of the circle, and what is its radius? Now, at the bottom of the problem, you'll notice that they graph the circle. They put the circle on a piece of, or on an XY axis, and you can see that its center, well, you can eyeball that center. Its center is right here in the middle, 0, 0. And if you go out to its edge, well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Its radius looks like it is 10 units. What is the center of the circle? 0, 6, 0, 0, negative 8, 6, negative 8, 0. Looked like 0, 0 to me. The circle passes through the point negative 8, 6. Well, is that true? Let's find out. Negative 8. Yeah, let's look closer. So there's negative 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's right. Negative 8, 6. It does indeed. And it has a radius of 10. Right? The distance from the center to the edge is 10 in all directions. Ah, there it is. One down. Again, it's going to ask us for the center and for the radius. So let's see, what's the center of this circle? Well, we could sort of eyeball it. It looks like the center is, to me, 3, negative 1. That looks like the center to me. Okay? So that's half of it done already. 3, negative 1 is the center. Now, this circle passes through the point negative 1, negative 6. What is its radius? Now we need to do some actual math. So now I'm going to go ahead and grab this picture, and we're going to move over to the whiteboard. Let's go ahead and get our circle down. And it said that the point was negative 1, negative 6. So again, let's make sure that's true. Negative 1, negative 6, that's this point right there. Fantastic. So there is the point that we've got, and our center is 3, negative 1. So the question is, what is the radius of this circle? In other words, what is the distance between those 2 points? Now, again, anytime we're dealing with the distance between 2 points, you should automatically be thinking Pythagorean theorem, okay? I can go, well, let's see. In order to get from the center to the edge there, I could go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could go down 5. Technically, that would be negative 5 since you're going down, but we're going to square it anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then I could go to the left. That's awful. Then I could go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a right triangle, which means we can use the Pythagorean theorem. I put R instead of C because R stands for radius, right? And that's what we're looking for, is the radius. Okay, well, 5 squared is 25. 4 squared is 16. Let's see, 25 and 16 is 41. So we get R squared equals 41, which means that R is the square root of 41. Now, wait a second. When you take a square root in an equation, aren't you supposed to do the plus or minus thing? Normally, yes, but because we're looking for a radius, which is a distance, it has to be positive or 0. It has to be non-negative. You can have a distance that's 0. You can't have a distance that's negative. So the radius is the square root of 41. I'm going to go ahead and jump back over to Chrome, and we get the square root of 41. We already answered the top part, and we're correct. So you should be able to visualize the center. If you have a hard time with that, there are a few techniques that I will show you in later videos. But for now, try to find the halfway point between each side, or between each edge, I guess, of the circle, the horizontal and the vertical. Try to find that center. And you can always count out from the center, right? You count up, count down, count left, count right. You should have the same number to get to all of them, right? If it's 1, 2, 3, 4 that way, then it should be 4 up and 4 this way and 4 down every single time. That's how you know you've got the center. And then you may have to use the Pythagorean theorem to find the radius. And that's all there is to these 2 assignments. So I hope you're safe. I hope you're healthy. And I'll see you next time. Class dismissed.